Hey, live on Pat Soundbytes Unplugged, rocking and rolling, always rocking and rolling with great bands in the US, up in Canada, in the UK, all over the freaking world. I don't know, but it's all good because they got great new music and they're rocking bands like this cat. One of these days I'll get it right, Myke. I can't figure this goddamn stuff out. Like this cat, Mr. Myke Penney of Toronto, Canada's number one. Well, maybe next to number one band, next to Nickelback, the Jailbirds, Mike Kruger. Check these guys out. They should open for you.
Yeah,
None of this crap.
I think they're from BC actually. Yeah.
Oh, are they?
So I think so. I want to say they're from like
Oh, okay, British Columbia.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I know they're Canadian, obviously. Yeah.
Okay, well, they need you need to open for them, Mike.
Yeah.
I gotta
I'd be great.
Chad, wake up. You gotta get these guys open for you. Myke Penney in the house.
Hey, how's it
Great
going?
guitar player, vocalist for the band, the Jailbird, just outside of Toronto, Canada. Myke, what's cooking, man? I talked to you, Sludge, I want to say, right? Sludge,
Yeah.
maybe October. And then you guys killed it with Deep Purple's Highway Star.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, we put out a cover of that last year. Yeah, November, and yeah, it was cool. We always did that one live, so it was cool to. We just thought we'd record it. Why not, right? We were just like, okay, we can do it. Sure. Let's
Yeah, right.
we
And
played it
it's
so many times, right? So it's just like, yeah, we could just do
oh
it.
yeah, this I saw your lab there. I like the Beat Lab. You got all the right gear. You're all cramped up. Hey, let's try this. Let's grab that. Hey, it's cheaper than probably renting a studio, right?
Absolutely. No, that's Kevin, our drummer. His parents let us use their basement as our jam space, basically, and we just can't thank them enough. I don't know what we would do otherwise. Yeah. It's we got a lot of stuff down there.
Yeah, I see that. So you buy them a pair of headphones and say, "We're good. We're practicing tonight, Mom and Dad. Watch
Exactly.
Mike and Molly, and we're going to be cranking up the house." Well, that's cool. And you got Liam, right? You still got I want to say Kevin and Liam.
Yep,
Cool.
exactly. Three of us going strong.
Excellent. Well, I love this picture that's behind
Oh,
me.
thanks,
That is
man.
super
Yeah,
cool.
thank you. Yeah,
Whose
yeah.
idea was that, and who created that?
The the concept came from actually the artist who did it. His name's Christian, and his handle, I believe, is on Instagram. Crisis, Chris in Crisis. Sorry, is his Instagram handle. He's great. It was awesome. We kind of told him, we sent him the song and the lyrics and stuff like that, and we kind of said some colors that we wanted associated with it. But then he came back with like a sketch of basically what you see in the artwork now, and we were like, "That's sick." So, and that's what we've been lucky with everyone that we've kind of worked with art in that way, and we think there's something to be said about like that process that we stumbled upon, which is just sort of like leave it in the artist's hands. You know what I mean? Like they are the experts. I don't know how to draw that kind of thing or anything. And every time they come back, and if you just let them do the thing, you know what I mean, and they come back, they always come back with something awesome. I find like that's what we've had happen to us. But yeah, yeah,
No, that's great, man. And I'll just show that so on when I edit our chat today, so people can see that, man. It was eye catching, but the tune is cool too. I mean, you guys, you're so guitar driven, and the
yeah.
tune just gets you going. It's like holy crap! And then I'm like listening to the lyrics. Have you ever been to Tokyo? I know you're like Beijing. You're whipping out all these cities and stuff, and
Yeah,
I'm
no,
like, that's
actually,
pretty cool.
it's one of our dreams for sure. Liam, especially, that's something we've always talked about since like high school. Like we've known each other a long time. That'd be awesome, especially to like just to go would be amazing, but to play in Tokyo or something would be amazing too. But yeah, the song actually wasn't even inspired by the city itself. It was the story goes I was in my buddy's backyard, and he had this weed strain that was called Tokyo Smoke, and this was like 5 years ago maybe. Um, and he was like, "That would be cool. That'd be a cool name for a song." And I was like, "You're right." And then I kind of just was like, "Do you mind if I use that?" And he's like, "Sure." And I couldn't come up with something that with that song, like I just kind of applied it to that the instrumental that we had for that what you hear now, and it just worked so well. Like I tried other things too, and it just didn't work as well as Tokyo Smoke with it. I don't know, it just worked well, and it turned into a song about kind of doing what you love to do. It doesn't not about weed specifically or anything, but it's about just kind of going with the flow and doing what you love and just hanging out and whatever that is, whatever makes you happy. You know what I mean? That's what it's about.
Yeah, no, it's great. I love the groove. I love the lyrics. I love it gets you off your feet. And I know for the folks up your way, you got a big release party coming up. So
Yeah.
we're gonna get this out there later today or tomorrow, so the folks could watch this and learn. So where are you playing and where can they get tickets? And
Yeah.
go ahead.
Oh yeah, no. We're playing at Hard Luck. I'm trying to remember all the details on
Hard Lock Bar, Toronto.
Toronto, Ontario, and we have two other awesome bands playing with us as well. One in the chamber and Joan Smith. They're really awesome. It's going to be a really great night. You can get tickets. The easiest way would be look up our Instagram, and it's in our link tree right there. You can't miss it. And our Instagram handle is the Jailbirds Band, and you'll see our faces there, and then you click that link, and there you go. Yeah, it's going to be a great night. I'm really excited. One in the chamber, the other band I mentioned, they're actually releasing their first ever vinyl, which is pretty cool. They put a couple EPs on a 12-inch vinyl record, and so that's really great. And yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
How's the following for you? I mean, and this isn't your first rodeo. You've been doing this for a little bit. Is it really starting to pick up when people hear, "Hey, the Jailbirds are playing"? Boom, we're going to the club and tracking you guys down.
Yeah, no, it seems to be, especially like the past year or so after COVID, we really tried hard to stay active during COVID, and we tried everything. Obviously, couldn't play shows, so we were doing like YouTube series, and we were doing like all these different things like that. And I think that really helped us because kind of out of the gate when we were able to play again, yeah, we had people coming out that we had never seen before, and they knew the words to songs, which was wild to us. Like we played a show which was essentially our release show for the EP that we put out during COVID, Jungle. And
Yep.
we did that. That would have been just about over a year ago now, I think. We played at this place called the Bovine Sex Club in Toronto. And yeah, like I said, we had a bunch of people come out and that we'd never seen before, and it was amazing. And we're just blown away by that kind of stuff. Like we're just like our whole thing is we're just making music that we like to make and playing it. You know what I mean? And we don't really expect much out of it in that regard. You know what I'm saying? We're just doing our thing. You know what I mean? And so to have people come out and like they know the words and stuff, like that's incredible, and it makes us want to do it more. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, no, there's so many. When COVID hit, I was so nervous that A, are we ever going to go back to a show
yeah,
and even meet anybody? And then B, I'm so used to, well, you guys are used to, you write a song, you write an album, an EP, and then boom, the next thing is we go on the road and promote it.
exactly.
And I was like telling everybody, no, put it out now. People are home, they're biting their nails, they're like, don't know, we got to keep the music world going. And it
Totally.
was so unorthodox, like
Yeah,
we're talking about songs, we're writing songs, you're doing videos on songs, even though it's like some people started doing live streams just
exactly.
to
Yeah.
like, but
So,
and I'm like, no, put it out now. So like when you guys go on stage, when you get to the third song, it's okay, so we got a new one here, and everybody has to run to the bathroom and grab a beer.
yeah,
They know the song. I said, no, it's all in your favor. So like
totally.
when COVID ends and you get back on stage, people know like what you put out, what's going on, and I think it's a positive. So it seemed to work really well for you. That's cool.
Yeah, yeah. It was just pros and cons to all that stuff, and it was a new thing, right? So it's hard to know what the right move is, but there's probably not one right answer. You know what I mean? So that's what makes.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But I
yeah,
mean, the first time you get back on stage with the guys in
yeah.
front of a live crowd, like, holy crap, I didn't think I'd ever do this again. And
That's how.
you
That's
look
how.
around for 5 minutes, right? And you go, okay, we're here. Let's do
Yeah.
it.
Actually, speaking of that, I remember the first show we played back, and we played a 45-minute set, but it went by in like 2 seconds, right? And we literally like looked at each other. Oh, it's the last song. Like
Oh,
what?
no.
Like, it was weird. It would just flew by, right? Because that was like what, 2.5 years or more that we hadn't done that. We had jammed, obviously, but it's completely different when you're on a stage you've never been on in front of people, completely different thing. So it was crazy. That's what that I think that show started making me, and COVID obviously in general started making me like try to appreciate when you're on stage. You know what I mean? Like really consciously taking it in like that because I hadn't done that really in the past, and I'm like I kind of missed out on some stuff. You know, I feel like I missed out on some moments that I should have just like breathed in. You know what I'm saying? Like I just didn't. You know?
Yeah, that's a song, Myke. I mean, live for the present, right?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
always look back and go, I'm looking at my wall, I'm looking at all my pictures. Is this ever going to happen again? And
Yeah.
then when I was there, to meet anybody or hang out with a band or whatever, it goes by so quick and you go, okay, that was cool. And then you look back and you go, oh crap, man, am I ever going to do that again? So yeah, it's pretty cool that, I think we all need to live in the present. I mean, if anything, we learned from COVID
Yeah.
between losing friends and family members or what have you. Even without COVID, I try to stay positive, and I'm blessed for every day, every moment. Thank you, Lord, and my family and friends, and able to do what I'm doing. So that got into my mindset over the new year, is really like looking forward to what's going on today.
Hmm.
And I see you guys following you guys on your social medias and stuff. You've been really starting to pick up the momentum. I'm playing a lot of shows starting, I want to say in February. It's
Yeah.
like the door kicked open and you guys are really rolling
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah, we're trying to just play as much as we can and take as many offers as we can too. Yeah, we want to play. We have so many new songs and stuff that we've been writing, which we want to record soon. And so we've been trying to like sprinkle in some new songs and stuff like that. It's important to play them on stage because songs like they evolve naturally. When you play them, you might mess up and then it's like awesome. You know what I mean? And then you go, oh, I can do that now.
Nobody would know.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's like that's how it goes. Like you have like you just need to be open to it. You know what I mean? If you make a mistake and you go, wait a second, like that was actually kind of cool.
Well,
Maybe
that's what makes a live show, right? It's not organic off the record. It's like you're
you learn
jamming and you look
something.
at each other.
And
Ah.
if you've recorded it before you've ever played it live, which is sometimes you can't avoid that, I guess. But if you have the opportunity to play it live first and then you let it evolve a bit and then you record it, then it's like I feel like that really gets some cool results. That's what I like to do, if we can,
Yeah.
go like that. But
I got one of my buddies, he's in a band out of like Alabama, a blues rock band, and he's always thinking outside the box. And I'm like, how are you going to do this live? And he's like, who cares? I mean, on the recording that he sent me so I can play, I'm like, this is incredible. But then I'm thinking, you got how many vocal tracks? And he's always outside the box, which is, hey, it's cool. So I just can't wait to see it live. I mean, I just got to see Skid Row the other night and their new lead singer and a couple of tracks. Having the CD is great and playing it, but to see a band live is like, whoa, now I really get it. It's just something. It's it's really cool. And I did read that for the folks going to your release party, you might throw in a couple of new tracks as well as Haunted and True Colors. So you're not just getting Toyko Smoke, you're getting the first dig at would be called the new EP upcoming, Myke. Is that saying it right?
no, these ones won't be included in that
Oh,
EP.
okay.
I think we mentioned it before a little bit, but we got another EP coming that includes Toyko Smoke. But Haunted and True Colors, they're not even like this is like the test
Oh,
run, just
okay.
how we like to play them in front of people. This is that for us now. It's
Okay.
we've never played them live before. Maybe a version of Haunted years ago, I think, but not in its current state. And we're really stoked on them, honestly. Like we've been there, it's definitely like some of our best stuff, I think. Toyko Smoke is really getting us excited to play, and like Haunted and True Colors too. Like it's just, I feel like we've honed in a little bit over the time. It's been good.
Are you able to get some radio traction with Toyko Smoke in some of your tracks, like Sludge or even the Highway Star with Deep Purple?
Sludge is too heavy, I think. But Toyko Smoke, I think so. We're gonna send it out to a bunch of radio stations and stuff like that, and see who bites and stuff. But it's kind of, I feel like it's a pretty commercialable song. If
Oh,
you know,
absolutely.
it's kind of I kind of wrote it in that idea, like just sort of like a poppier vibe because I love that kind of music too. Like Liam, especially like listens to like The Weeknd a lot and stuff like that. So it's really like fusing into our songwriting and stuff, which is great. It's cool.
Yeah, but it's great to have that balance, of
Yeah,
different influences that you guys come to the table and you say, well, I want to try this and try that. And that's what it's all about. I did see you got a new guitar or a new amp, and then you got into a little Eddie Van Halen, I want to say
oh yeah,
Unchained.
yeah. I got that guitar. I've had it for a little bit. I never really used it live. I actually have it right here, but it's a Gibson Explorer, and
Wow, look at that.
it's one of the B2 ones, I think they call it, that they made for a year or so. It played pretty much in a very similar way to my main Explorer, and that's why I bought it because I was looking for one for a while. And actually, I found one years ago. We were playing in Ottawa, I think, and we went to a store and I played an Explorer that I was looking for another one that I could use as like a dual thing for different tunings. And I played one and it was amazing and it was like exactly the same as my other Explorer. And I was like, I didn't buy it for some reason. And I've always regretted it because I've never found another one that played the same as the other one until this one. This one's pretty close. But yeah, that and then the amp I got, it's like a modded old trainer amp. It's basically, from what he told me, it's like a super bass and a super lead, and depending on which input you go into, like an old Marshall and stuff. And it sounds great. There's no master volume. It's got KT88 tubes in it, which I think are mainly for bass amps. And so it's got this like, it just has this balls to it. It just like throws air like it's nothing, and it's like 90 watts or something like that. It's really loud, but it's awesome. Yeah, if you heard that clip, like it sounds great. I use it with a Variac, and just like kind of like the same thing that Van Halen used to do with his old setup is you starve the amp of voltage, and then it gets that unchained tone. You know what I mean? That saggy tone. It's great. Yeah, I don't even know if I'm going to be using it live or anything though. I got my Morris amps that are pretty tailored to it, but it's just another tool. You know what I mean? I'm obsessed with gear. So
I was going to say, is there never enough guitars, right?
no. You can't have enough guitars.
Well, yeah, especially when you get into your lab and you want to try different things.
Different
You
sounds.
have a vision in your head of what you want to sound like, and okay, that's that guitar, that's that amp, and then play it, and then let the guys take off with it in whatever direction they think that they could add into it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, see, I could write a song too if only I could play. You think I would have got my head out of my ass? And I think I do have a guitar here, and I promised my buddy I would do something, and I think I got like the first 5 notes of "Smoke on the Water," which I
Oh yeah,
know, yeah, I mean everybody does. Isn't that like the normal, like the three
that's the first thing most people learn. I would say, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Most
So
guitarists, at least. Yeah.
so where can so is it so you have a new EP coming out with and it's gonna have Tokyo Smoke, and I know you folks can go to Spotify right now and download Tokyo Smoke, but what's the plan? Were you looking at something this summer or another single coming out every
Um,
3 months? What's the strategy pretty much?
we're planning on putting out another single before the EP comes out, and that should be in. We're thinking like late May, early June, or something like that, and then the full EP will be available most likely like late June, early July, something like that.
Do we got a title?
It's going to be called High Noon. I don't know
All
if
right, I got it out of them. Nice.
that was actually a band name or a potential band name from years and years ago. And we've always liked that name. It was like the runner up to Jailbirds. And we've always liked it. And then we were like, yeah, why don't we call this one High Noon? It's a cool, it kind of sets the tone in a certain way when you hear that, in my opinion. Like it sounds like something that's about to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like a almost like a old Western duel kind of thing. Like something
Yeah,
like
the two guys are like that suspense,
yeah, exactly. Like we'll duel at high
looking
noon.
at each other. They take that pause,
Exactly.
and then
So
you get on the guitar and go, what?
yeah,
And it all
yeah,
right.
exactly. There's a lot of exciting kind of tracks on this EP, I think, and yeah, it'll include Tokyo Smoke and Sludge, and yeah, and then we hope to record a whole bunch more music and put out some more over the course of next year and stuff like that too.
Yeah, you mentioned Ottawa. Have you been out towards the more east side, Montreal, or anywhere, or more? We love to get you like that. Even if you played in Buffalo, I drive up to see you.
Yeah, no, we would love to do that. It's just with the States, it's just tough to get in there with the visas and everything right now, especially like after being off for so long. But it's definitely on our list. We definitely want to do it. We just need to um, get the right things behind it, I think. And but we have played as far as Montreal. We did Montreal last September, I think. Ottawa, we haven't. I don't think we played Ottawa since 2018 or something weird, like a long time ago, which is a travesty. And I think we're planning something right now for Ottawa with another band. We're probably going to do a couple shows with this other band, and Ottawa is on the list because there's some great venues in Ottawa too. There's like really, really good actual venues, a lot of not just a bar with a stage in the corner kind of thing. Like it's a venue, and I love that. To play those places are really special, because you don't get that every time.
I do see like more and more bands like, partnering up with another band, and it's easier that way.
Yeah,
Um, you
it's fun.
know, and I think more promoters and venues look forward to that. To say,
Yeah,
hey, I got this band out there, that band coming. Okay, cool. So it's worth my 30, $40 that I'm going to see live music for at least three hours or so. So yeah, it's a
totally.
little bit, it's got to be, I mean, it's got to be a challenge for guys like yourself, just trying to get the word out there. I know I'm gonna crank the crap out of Tokyo Smoke here in New York, and hopefully people on my podcast will follow us and just ride the wave. I gotta get a T-shirt. My wife's
Yeah.
uncle got a T-shirt from you guys. He wore it the other day, and I'm like,
Oh, nice.
oh whoa, wait a minute. He's
Sick.
like, I
Yeah.
know you talked to Myke, but I spend the merch. That video was so cool of I don't know the difference between Liam and Kevin, but one of the guys running into the elevator, the other guy's chasing him
Oh yeah.
down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, wait. And then he goes into his apartment, the guy's still there. It's pretty comical. It's creative, but it is funny that yeah,
Yeah.
us
I like
crazy
doing
guys.
that kind of thing. Like Liam and I actually have been kind of making, not really for a long time, but we used to make skits together when we were in the same grade seven class with another one of our friends, Evan. And we, for like a class project, a couple times, there was some stuff that we had to like make videos for, I think. And we made these ridiculous, hilarious videos as what 12, 13 year olds, and it was we watched them like a couple of years ago, and they're actually amazing. And so we kind of like wanted to do a little bit of that for like reels and content because that's the new way of the music industry, and everything else really is the marketing is just all on reels and TikToks and things like that. And so um, yeah, it's just fun to make them.
Yeah, I mean the video goes viral and everybody knows who you are. But it
Yeah.
was just funny. I try to dig in and see what you guys are up to before we have our chat, and then I see he's running, the other guy's chasing him, and
Yeah.
we all can relate to that. The poor guy just trying to get away, not to be an asshole, but
Yeah.
and then he's in his apartment, like
Yeah, you gotta shove it down people's throats sometimes. It's a way of pulling both sides. Like, don't go that far, but it feels like that sometimes. You know what I mean?
Mike, yeah, right. Tell everybody about your social media. I know you guys are on YouTube. Certainly hit the subscribe button, follow these guys. Do you have time to do a create a video for Tokyo Smoke?
Yeah, we have a video that's almost done editing, and it turned out really, really awesome. I think it really shows our personality. Um, it turned out really great. That's all I can really say about it. And we might put it out on the 20th with it. We might not. We haven't really decided yet. We might just save it for the following week. And but yeah, honestly, like you guys are gonna love it. It's really cool. And we have a new website that you can check out as well. Our good friend Cody from Red Truck Pictures, he basically set it all up for us, and he killed it. It's same URL, thejailbirds.com. But check it out. We got a new merch store that's launching soon. And yeah, you can find everything on most of our handles are the Jailbirds Band, like Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, for example. Those are all the same, and I believe YouTube as well is the same thing. But yeah, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube. Speaking of that, because like we were just talking about, we like to make funny skits, and we've got some more YouTube content on the way. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that.
I got to get that Squid TV launched. I'm telling you, I got to do my Squid TV where I have you guys do the video liners and then I just play talk about the track and then play the video. Because I'm telling you, it's driving me crazy. I miss MTV, and we just spoke. We live in such a visual world, and I mean, it's great that I could play the song on the radio a million times, but you do the video and talk about the video and throw in a clip of me and you just this chat a little bit, and then follow it up with the video. I mean, it's a home run. So
yeah, absolutely, it'd be great.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Penney. Well, good luck with the release party, and keep me obviously in mind when High Noon is about to explode, or even the video of Toyko Smoke. Please, I really love to see that, and maybe get a chance to talk to you again. Send my best to Kevin and Liam, and man, keep rocking, brother.
Thanks, man. Yeah, no, thanks for having me on, and yeah, definitely, we'll have to talk about the video and the EP and everything as well.
Cool. The Jailbirds, Myke, Kevin, Liam, go check them out. Toronto, man, they're right there in your backyard. You gotta put them on the map, keep them on the map, and keep rocking with these guys. And I'm gonna crank the crap out of Toyko Smoke here down in New York. It doesn't get any better than this. Hanging out with a guy like this, keeping new music alive, is that's all I do, and I love doing it. So keep following me on Pat Soundbytes Unplugged podcast.
Nobody knows about